To help you prepare for AJ 2025, we've worked with First Gosford Scout Group and Kincumber Bensville Scout Group to record some resources. We hope they're helpful for you. If you have additional questions, please send them by email to newsouthwales.contingent@newsouthwales.scouts.com.au.
Hi, my name is Rachel and I'm the Health and Wellbeing Leader for my unit. One of my main roles within the unit is the collection, storing and recording of any medication that is required by the youth. You log on through OLLMS and you keep your medication recorded through the OLLMS system. It's very important that you update any medication that is changed or added to your child's routine prior to attending the Jamboree. The medication will be collected before getting on the bus by your health and wellbeing leader, and it is generally supplied in what we call Webster Pack. Webster Packs can be obtained through your local chemist for free. You hand over all your child's medication to the chemist and they divide all the medication up evenly between breakfast, lunch, dinner and sleep. It is very important that any and all medication is handed to the health and wellbeing leader prior to getting on the coach. The medication will be stored in a small esky or cooler bag, and that will be where the medication is stored until we arrive at the Jamboree site, where it will then be put away into a more secure location. You will need to provide enough medication to last you from the time you leave home to the time you return home, plus an extra 2 days just in case. A medication management process will be supplied to all leaders, which will include a standard form, which contains information such as their name, date of birth, conditions and other information. This process includes a standard form, which is where you will record and sign off any medication that is distributed to the youth. Each health and wellbeing leader will have access to any and all medical information for your unit. It is very important as health and wellbeing leader that you have a conversation with your quartermaster about any medication that may need to be kept in a cool place, such as an esky. As with everything in Scouts, private medical information will only be shared with leaders who need to know. Following the Jamboree, all medical information will be dealt with in line with our policy. It is always best practice to make sure that you apply the 2-deep leadership in any situation, particularly when handing out medication. It's important to have another leader there to oversee the handing out of the medication. Any leftover medication at the end of the Jamboree will be returned to the parents when we arrive back home. Handling medication is only one part of my role as health and wellbeing leader. Some of the many things I cover as a health and wellbeing leader is the hygiene of the youth, the mental health of the youth, and administering basic first aid. And guess what? We're not just here for the youth, we're also here to help our fellow leaders. Within managing hygiene, it is very important to make sure that the Scout maintain their personal hygiene. So making sure that they have showers quite frequently, washing their hands, airing out all their personal gear within their tents, whether it be their sleeping bags, stretchers, laundry, and other things like that. It is my job to make sure that the hand washing basin at the front gate is always filled with soap and water, so the Scouts have a means to wash their hands when they enter the campsite and leave the campsite. Our role with distributing generalised first aid will include things like cuts, bruises, heat stroke, splinters and other small incidents like that. Keep in mind there will also be a medical centre and first aid bases at every subcamp available to you if you require any further help. As you can imagine, having 6 teenagers in one tent can be quite smelly. So it is very important that you air out your tents as much as possible, whether it be lifting up the sides or keeping windows and doors open. Health and wellbeing is more than just about physical health, it's also about mental health, which is why many of our leaders would have already completed a mental health first aid course. A health and wellbeing leader also works with the quartermaster to make sure all dietary requirements are accommodated. One of the general requirements for a wash-up station is a garbage bin and a slot buckets for liquid waste. It is also preferred that you have 3 different buckets, one for rinse, one for wash, and then one for another rinse. There will be more information coming out to you as a health and wellbeing leader. Look out for your information packs.